Stitching up claimants is all part of the job, says Jobcentre insider Ian Duncan Smith met a whistleblower who has worked for his department for work and pensions for more than 20 years, giving the Secretary of State a dossier of evidence. The former Jobcentre Plus advisor told him of a brutal and bullying culture of setting claimants up to fail. The pressure to sanction customers was constant, he said. It led to people being stitched up on a daily basis. The man wishes to be anonymous but gave his details to IDS. DWP Minister Esther McVey and Neil Culling, head of Jobcentre Plus, who also attended the meeting. We were constantly told, agitate the customer, and that any engagement with the customer is an opportunity to sanction, he told them. Labour MP Debbie Abrahams, the member of the DWP Select Committee who set up the meeting, has renewed her call for an inquiry into inappropriate sanctioning. I am deeply concerned that sanctions are being used to create the illusion the government is bringing down unemployment, she said. Sanctions predate the coalition as a way of ensuring benefit claimants, who include the jobless and sick and disabled people on employment support allowance, attend appointments and apply for jobs, but under the Tory-led government, they have soared to $897,690 a year from the most recent data. Sanctions can last from a couple of days to 3 years, and leave claimants destitute. Abraham says that sanctioned people only continue to be counted as unemployed as long as they continue to sign on. The DWP says most people who receive a sanction remain on Jobseeker's allowance for the duration of their sanction and so will be included in the claimant count. IDS and as department have repeatedly denied there are targets for sanctions. They don't always call them targets. They call them expectations that you will refer people's benefits to the decision maker, the whistleblower says. It's the same thing. He claimed managers fraudulently altered claimants' records, adding, managers would change people's appointments without telling them. The appointment wouldn't arrive in time in the post so they would miss it and have to be sanctioned. That's fraud. The customer fails to attend, the claim is closed. It's called off-flow. They come off the statistics. Unemployment has dropped. They are being stitched up. For 20 years, the whistleblower loved his job as an advisor, he says. It was really rewarding helping people into work, but he says the culture changed after their election of the coalition. Customers were being deliberately and inappropriately targeted, the whistleblower says. I would see people crying in frustration, knowing they have been stitched up. Yet my job center was held up as a shining example to others. One of the district managers came to congratulate us, he said. I see these people hanging round the precinct, being lazy, drinking, taking drugs. That was a very senior leader. Another said, these people are taking your money. There was a total. Debbie Abrahams, MP for Oldham East and Saddleworth, says Esther McVey had agreed to a sanctions inquiry, but has since made a U-turn, she says. Just what are Ian Duncan Smith and Esther McVey trying to hide? This government has developed a culture in which Jobcentre Plus advisors are expected to sanction claimants using unjust and potentially fraudulent actions, in order to get people off the dole. This creates the illusion the government is bringing down unemployment. The last thing Ian Duncan Smith and Esther McVey want is for this uncomfortable truth to be uncovered. Last night a spokeswoman for the DWP said, we take any allegations such as this seriously and will investigate. Our frontline